welcome back to my channel. I'm Marcy, this is Marshmallow Reads. Today I figured I'd do something a little bit different again. I want to talk about an idea that has been going through my head over and over again since the end of last year. And that is, I spent way too much money last year. I don't know how common this is for other people, but one of the ways I like to relieve stress is by buying things on the internet with money. While that can be a lot of fun, especially when you get the avalanche of packages in, I kind of need to stop doing that if I ever want to save money and like pay off student loans. I am naming 2021 as the year of using the shit I already have. And to be fair, it is a lot of shit. So I want to talk to you about certain categories that I want to focus on. One category I'm sure most of you, many of you can probably relate to are physical books. These are the books I got for Christmas. There's only 4 of them, but this doesn't even count the ones I bought myself. These are just the ones gifted to me. I'm really excited for all of them. Very excited for The Electric State. When I put this book on my wish list, I had no idea it was this big. I had heard good things about it, but it feels like a cross between an adult picture book and a graphic novel. So there are these gorgeous illustrations across like every single page. Like, amazing. And there's also a story as well that goes along with it. So it's definitely unique. It's gorgeous. I'm probably gonna be keeping this one forever, but very excited. And I should just read it. Like all these other books too. Like I asked for them for a reason. I own them for a reason. I'm excited to read them all. I'm just gonna read them. The next category is related, but slightly different. I also have a decent sized collection of cookbooks. This is only 3 of my, like, I don't know, dozen, 15. And I also have like 4 or so that are in digital form. This past year, Dessert Person by Claire Saffitz came out and I want it so bad. Specifically, I want the physical copy. I want to be able to hold it and cherish it. But I have too many already and I realized that I don't really use them that often. So I am making myself a challenge. If I can use a new recipe from every single one of my cookbooks, then, and only then, am I allowing myself to get Dessert Person. So that will be fun because I love cooking. I enjoy it all the well, some days are more fun than others, obviously, but it is one of the things that sparks joy in my life. So I just need to remember that I have all of these wonderful books here already and gotta use them. On to some different categories. One of my favorite hobbies to relax and chill with is video games. I play a lot of different video games, mostly on Switch nowadays, a lot on like the PlayStation consoles, and of course, Steam. My Steam library is a mess. One way I've helped myself to try to focus on the games I really am excited to play rather than just having a massive 100+ game sized library, I've made categories so I can stick the games that I want to prioritize there, and they're the first games that I see when I open Steam. So when I'm like, no. So when I'm in a mood to play a game, a new game, I'll be like, okay, go to that folder, pick a game. Go. So I don't know if you all heard, but the PS5 came out this fall. Okay. I will probably get one eventually, but there is nothing on it right now that I feel like it is worth spending $500, $600, whatever dollars on this system just so I can play one game. There's nothing on there yet. And until there's something substantial or until that price really dips, I have all of these other PlayStation family games that I haven't gotten around to, so now is a good time to try them out. A few years ago, I discovered the subreddit Indie Makeup and More, and fell down the rabbit hole of indie perfume samples. This isn't even all of them. I also have a shelving unit with my favorite samples, but these are most of the samples that I haven't really decided on yet. They are somewhat organized into little cubby holes. Some of these I know I want to use up but never repurchase. Some of these I might decide, yes, I do want a full size. But a lot of these I'm going to end up deciding that they're good but not good enough to repurchase. For those, I'm going to try to make them into bath soaks. So I've purchased some little mica powder packets, and I'm gonna mix those in with the perfume sample and some bath salts, and I don't know what else, I'll look it up. And I'll use those in my baths. So that way I can use the scents that I like, but use them up faster. On a somewhat related note, I have a lot of makeup. I started watching beauty YouTube like in 2016, and you know, seeing all these gorgeous products on the YouTube screen is so tempting. I bought a significant amount of makeup, more than I can reasonably get through. I'm not buying any more makeup for now. So in order to encourage myself to try out more variety in my own makeup collection, I am doing this thing where I'm putting washi tape, especially on my lipsticks, because I have a lot of lipsticks. I'm putting washing tape on the top, and once I use it once in a makeup look, I'll take the washi tape off. I am visually marking the ones I haven't used yet within this year, and it'll maybe spark some creativity when I have to use a weird, super dark brownie purple. Why not? I also go through phases of getting new skincare. I don't know why, it's just kind of fun trying new things, even if they're basically the same as the things I already own. One example is this Origins retinol cream. So I remember getting this in a TJ Maxx like right before the pandemic started, and I think this little tube, like this 1 ounce tube, retails for like $60. I only paid $30, but $30 is still a lot of dollars. And I'm still not done with it yet. I'm getting close, but I'm working hard to get this one done. Retinol, I think, is one of the things that I'm going to keep in my routine. I would maybe consider repurchasing this guy, or I might just try some other brand's retinol cream. I don't know. I totally forgot. That's not even my only retinol cream. I have this Glow Recipe avocado retinol mask thing. I remember getting these around like holiday time, 2019, I guess, about a little over a year ago. And I saw these glass bottles and I thought they were adorable. I was like, yes, please, I want them. Because I told myself, when I finish the product, then I'll have this really cute bottle to use, and I'll use it for so many cute things. Here we are a year later. I'm not even through this or even close through these. So I want to make these two a priority because I paid money for them, and two, then I actually get to use the cute little bottles, because if you turn them around, you don't see the little labels anymore. Nail polish. I love doing my nails. I have only been to a nail salon maybe like twice in my life, but I love having like manicured, painted nails, so I do them myself. I've gotten pretty good at them, I think, but like many things, I over collected nail polish, and now I have way too much. So I am trying to go through these one by one to see which one is worth keeping, which one is best gotten rid of. I started doing this late 2020, but whenever I would use a single color as like the main color of a manicure, I will put that in a separate bag, and I can't use that one again until I go through this massive bag once. I have no idea how long that's gonna take me. Maybe a whole year, maybe 2 years, whatever. It's kind of fun. And I've gone through a few so far that I realized, you know what? The formula is like super expired, or this really isn't my color. And then I get rid of them and it feels so good. No. I love tea. I love loose leaf tea. I love fruity tea. I like most black teas. I like green teas. I like white teas. I like chai teas. I like rooibos teas. I like teas. But as you can see with other things in my life, I bought too much. And now I can't buy any more until I drink what I have. I will make 2 exceptions to this. If I ever run out of Earl Grey or like a super fruity, any sort of herbal tea, I will allow myself 1 repurchase. So that's always got to be around. But everything else, I need to just get through. 2 years ago, I had a candle craze and I bought a lot of candles. Got a bunch from Bath and Body Works, and I also got a bunch from Trader Joe's and TJ Maxx and my parents' basement. I got a lot of candles, but I don't burn them every day. And I have candles that can go from season to season to season. I just gotta use them. And especially in the summer when it's like hot out and stuff, I need to remember that candles don't necessarily provide heat, but they do provide good smells. And I gotta burn them. Last category. A few years ago, I started watching a lot of sewing tutorials on YouTube. There is a trend with me finding something on YouTube and then buying a bunch of stuff related to it. I'm impressionable. That sounds like a cool hobby. So then I bought a sewing machine. I got it used like secondhand off Craigslist, and it's not like anything more than a beginner's sewing machine. And that was perfect. That is all that I have needed. And so far I've only completed 1 project, and it was wearable, but not like outside. It was a good house dress. But now, because I didn't finish the seams because I was lazy, it's unraveling and now it's just scrap fabric. So I need to make an effort to fully commit to a project and get it done correctly. And this is the only piece of fabric that I was able to get to. Everything else is just shoved into a closet right now because I haven't sewed since like the summer. Before I buy any more fabric, I need to use what I have. I've made 1 project. I have like, I don't know, like 10 different little things of fabric that I haven't used. And I need to use it. Doing this video has just made me more mad at my past self for all of the money I've dumped into all this stuff. I cannot reasonably go through it. Like, just stop. So, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna focus on using stuff I already have. Hopefully it works out for me. It is kind of a bit of like relief when I'm not constantly pressured or like constantly thinking about my next purchase. Because one of the ways I would convince myself that the spending was fine was like, oh, it's been so long since I made a fabric order, I'll just make a quick one. Or it's been so long since I've made a makeup order, I can afford this $90 Sephora order. But when these types of orders from all these different categories of hobbies are made back to back to back, it doesn't really matter if it's been a while since I bought makeup, if I like made 5 other $100 purchases in the last few months. Like, that's not how money works. This hopefully is helpful to someone out there. Maybe it encourages you to be a bit more thoughtful in your spending, a bit more mindful of the things you've already owned. You already thought all of these things were worth purchasing, then use them. That's all I really am trying to say. Like, you have these things, you wanted these things, use them. And if you don't think you will actually ever use them, maybe consider donating them or gifting them to a friend or a family member or selling it. Like, you don't need your life cluttered by all of these things. This one was a bit of a weird one. I hope you enjoyed seeing all this crap I bought over the last couple years. And yeah, maybe you got something out of it. And with that, I will leave you all to whatever it is you're doing. And I will see you all in the next one.